Hi, I'm Sandy, and welcome to Life with Sandy. Well, it was a little cooler today. As you can see, I forgot my hat. We're going to bring the garbage cans back in. Once again, nobody out walking. But I got my walk in. I'm determined. It's going to be a good week for me. I really have a good feeling about it. I really do. I got to get back on track. I was getting too close to those 40s. I remember years ago I was in the 40s. I don't want to be in there now. So let's go in the house and see. I got to go to Kroger's today too. I know I usually go on Wednesdays, but we have no milk and no bread. So we got to get to the store to at least get milk and bread. And I have no berries. So it's a gimme. We're getting berries. As always, we start off after our walk with a green apple and a glass of water, 32 ounces. Saving my banana for my breakfast. Today is Tuesday, March 22nd, and we only have one birthday today. Today is Dawn Engel's birthday. So Dawn, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dawn. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you have a great birthday. Did you notice I sounded like a teenage boy? My voice cracked just a little bit there. Anyway, I've already gone for my walk, which I showed you. I didn't go. I just did a mile. It's a little cloudy out. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little cloudy. And then when I got home, I had my apple and my water, which I've already shown you. And then I went to Kroger's and I passed up the donuts. And I even went through the bakery because I wanted to at least smell them. Because I had a little cart going as I was going by. I usually shop on Wednesdays, but we didn't have any milk and we didn't have any bread and I didn't have any berries and I didn't have any bananas. So I thought, no. So by now, hopefully you've seen my haul. I couldn't believe it. I hardly got anything and it was like $123. It was ridiculous. My berries were high. My strawberries were like $3.50 for each quart. My raspberries for each tray was $6. So it's $12 for my 2 trays of raspberries. And what else? The chicken. I thought I had chicken in the freezer. I do have a butcher box order coming here, I think within 2 weeks. And I have chicken on it. But oh my gosh, the chicken, I got 3 chicken breasts and I think it was like $12 for 3 little chicken breasts. It was like, oh my gosh. And the milk. Last week I got a half a gallon of milk for 97 cents, and this week I paid $3.49 for a gallon of milk. And my eggs, don't even get me started on the eggs. And no, Joan, I'm still not going to get a chicken. I know, they'd be cheaper probably to have my own eggs, but I like the factory eggs. I don't like the eggs that come out of the chicken. I like the factory eggs. Those are so much better for me. But 18 eggs was $2.49. It doesn't seem that long ago I was paying 88 cents for them. It was like... So when she told me how much it was, I went into sticker shock. I thought, oh my gosh. I don't know how somebody with a family can feed their family. Oh, it's just sad. It really is. I don't remember food prices being this high in a long, long time. And I know a lot of it's tied into the pandemic and, I know that there's inflation going on, but it's not just in the United States. It's all over the world because I have friends in other countries and they tell me how high food is in their countries too and how high gas is and everything. So it's just like a worldwide thing. It's not just here. But people are going to complain. I understand. So, and then what else? I used the same quotes again today because I really want to get myself back back in that losing mode of losing weight, because I really for the longest time have not been in it, and I've tried so many different things, and I think I'm going to go back to the tried and true, which is just my 2 meals a day, because when I get done talking to you here, I'm going to have my breakfast, and it's like almost 2 o'clock right now, but this works for me, and it's worked for me in the past. So I did have a little bowl of grapes that I snacked on last night, and I had one pretzel rod. So I used 1 point, which I think I ended up the night 22 points, and so I get 20. So I can go 5 over or 10 under and still get my blue dot. So, and if you're new to the Weight Watchers or WW, blue dot means that they give you a set amount of points that you're supposed to eat in the day, minus 20 points. And you can eat 10 points under or 5 points over and still get what they call a blue dot, which means that you're still eating in your healthy range. Unfortunately, for the last year, I've been eating over. I've been eating like, if I want to lose weight, I have to eat under my points. I can't eat my points and over my points and try to lose weight. It just doesn't work for me. And a lot of it is my age and my metabolism and poor food choices. I have too many pieces of cheese and too many bread with carbs, and I like the Aunt Millie's no carb bread, so I don't know why I don't eat that a little bit more, because it does toast for me. It toasts up very nice. It makes a nice little egg salad sandwich. So I don't. But then my memory kicks in and thinks, oh, remember when you used to use the onion rolls and you put the ham and the cheese and then you melt it in the microwave? Now I don't think the bread would melt really well like a bun does, but I could toast it. I do like a good toasted sandwich. I got to come up with some different ideas for my eating. What I love watching other channels is because everybody eats different things. They're always eating something different, and I always look at my plate and I'm thinking, oh, okay, it's Monday, let's have chicken. Oh, okay, it's Tuesday, yeah. Or even my breakfast, it's always berries. I was just thinking the other day, Jim makes himself an egg we call it an egg muffin, but an egg McMuffin. He makes his own every morning, and I'm thinking, don't you ever get tired of having an egg McMuffin? He's, well, I don't see you getting tired of your berries. I got to get the phone. I'll be right back. And I really didn't need to get it because it was just a junk call. I know I'm a dinosaur and I have my house phone and I have my cell phone, but the house phone I can always not be home and not have to worry about it. They can leave a message. My cell phone, it's for my friends and family. So if I get a call on my cell phone, it's from somebody I know I want to get a call from. Whereas the house phone, you never know. You're always getting somebody. But unfortunately, I've been having. There we go again, perfect English. Lately, I have to answer the phone because I've put calls out to so many different places for estimates and quotes and things like that. And so I have to answer the phone just in case it's them. I don't know if I mentioned it yesterday, I did find my receipt and my contract for my roof when I put it in. I thought we put it in like in 2018, and I find the receipt and it was 2014, so it's been almost 10 years. I'm hoping that there's at least a 10-year warranty, so I did say this yesterday. It's like Groundhog Day. Anyway, the guy that put my shingles on 10 years ago is the guy that's coming out tomorrow. So hopefully, if there is a leak, if there is a true leak, that it's covered under the warranty, and then we can get that fixed, and that'll just save us a little bit of money. They did finish the bathroom as far as they could go. There's no mold, that they gave it a final mold treatment yesterday, but I have to wait until I get the wood replaced or it's completely dry, which is not going to get completely dry because we're going to have another rain tonight and tomorrow, and then I think Thursday also. So the wood's going to get wet again. But once we get everything replaced, they'll come out and do a final mold spray and a check and all that stuff. But when they checked yesterday, there wasn't any not visible. It didn't come up on their scanner where they, like they have a little scanner that shows you where the mold is. There wasn't any mold, but they still left the plastic up on the door. They sealed the bathroom off, so we're just going to keep that up until, and we're not using that bathroom until we get, get the wood replaced in that. This bathroom remodel is just, it's like, oh my gosh, do I have to take a second mortgage out or something? It's just getting ridiculous. So we had to pay just for the removal of the mold and they gutted the bathroom, and that we had to pay $3,500 for that. Um, so we paid $3,500 for that. The tile and the things that we picked out are going to be another $2,000. So that'll bring it up to what? 55. And then the person that was going to put the tile in wanted 3,200. Although we're still looking, because that seemed a little high to me. Jimmy has another guy coming to give him an estimate. We're going to see if that guy gives him a better estimate. So that brings us almost to $10,000 just for a shower. We're not doing the floor. We're not doing anything else. Just a shower. So it's like, any hooser. But I was just shocked when I got my bill at Kroger's because I didn't get that much. If you saw my grocery haul earlier, I hardly got anything. I got some berries and some bananas and some bread. I did get milk and pop for Jim and his English muffins. But it was like $123. It was like, the chicken was $10. And the eggs, oh, don't get me started on the eggs. And I know, I hear Joan and I hear Jay over at the Average Jay. I hear you. Get your chickens, and you can have fresh eggs. No. I like a chicken that comes from the factory. Or not a chicken. I like chickens too. But I like an egg that comes from the factory. I don't like the eggs that come out of a chicken. And I know, don't get me started. I know that the eggs that come out of at the grocery store are from a chicken, but I don't. They're a little older. I just like it. I like a factory egg rather than a fresh chicken egg. My cousin had a farm, and my mother used to bring eggs home all the time. And I think what throws me is, like, I'm used to the factory eggs, which are white, which I know that they probably dye or whatever they do. But like when I see Joan and Jay picking out their eggs, they're like all different colors. And it's like, oh, I don't know. An egg is supposed to be white. So, but anyhoser. The eggs, like I said, I used to pay 88 cents for them. They were $2.49 for 18 eggs. The milk I bought last week, a half a gallon of milk for 97 cents. This week I bought a gallon of milk for $3.49. And I know the prices are high here in the States, but like I have friends that live in another country, and they say that their prices are high too. Their gas is high. It's a worldwide thing, but we like to think it's just because of us, who's ever in office. So, I mean, if a Democrat's in office, the Republicans blame the Democrats for the prices being high. If a Democrat's in the opposite. I forgot what I said. Republicans blame the Democrats blame the Republicans. That's just the American way. That's just the way it is. So no matter who would have been in at this time, who's to know, maybe, but I don't know. It's just, if it's a worldwide thing, and a lot of it's tied into the pandemic, I think. Not all of it, but a lot of it. A lot of it, I think, is greed. I really do, because I read somewhere that the prices on the barrel of oil have come down in price, but the oil manufacturers haven't lowered their prices because they got it up to their high price, and so they want to keep it up there. And I think some of it is they're trying to distract us from driving, but then you don't have to tell me twice to keep me from driving, because no, I don't like to drive. I just don't like to drive. I'll drive, but I don't like to drive. And what else did I want to talk about? I'm going to have some pancakes for breakfast, which is on my menu. And I'm going to have some chicken for dinner, which is also on my menu. I think I'm changing it up just a little bit, though, because on my menu, I think I put a baked potato with some sour cream. And instead, I'm going to have some sweet potatoes or yams. I call them sweet potatoes. Some people call them yams. I don't know. And then some acorn squash. And then probably a tomato and some cucumber. And maybe a little bit of cottage cheese. Because the sweet potatoes would be 2 points and the acorn squash would be 2 points, whereas my potato was going to be 5 points just in itself. So I saved a point there. And then I was going to have vegetables of some kind anyhow, so I'm just going to have some. One of my cucumbers is starting to get a little soft, so I got to eat it before it gets away from me, as they say. And I think we're going to go by Jimmy's house tonight. Jim wanted to see something at Jimmy's house, so when he gets home from work, we're going to go out there. I'll be so glad when Jimmy's done. I know I'm not as glad as Jimmy will be done, but I as a mother, I worry about all the hours he works. He works all day, and then he goes there and works most of the night. And I always like to tease him, "You're not a young man anymore." I mean, he's way younger than me. Obviously, I'm his mother, but and I like to tease him that he's going to be 50 this year. But it's just I want him to be done so he can just go home from work and just relax But he's always finding something to do, which anybody knows if you're building a house you do. And oh, I know what it was I was going to say. Cat over at Cat on Point. I loved your video with you and Walt. I think you put it up yesterday. You might put it up Sunday, but I watched it this morning about the bullying. You are such a sweetheart. I've always known you were a sweetheart, but you just proved on your video what a sweetheart you really are. Because she was saying about people, or this one particular person that had sent her an email that was nasty. And she kind of addressed it as the cyberbullying. I'm going to leave a link to her channel so that you can go over there and see the exact video that I'm talking about. But you handled that with such grace, because you could have very easily read the email, but you didn't give the woman that much credit. Or I'm assuming it was a woman. I don't know. The person. You didn't give them enough airtime, I guess, to read their letter, or you didn't name them by name. And I think that just put you way above them. Just put you way, way above them. So I always knew that you were a fine Christian lady, and I think that just proved it. Because as upset as you were, you still didn't want to be mean to her. You were still being kind. You really were being kind. And so, Kat, I admire you for that. I really do. I've been very fortunate. I've had a few comments, and I'm sure everybody that has a YouTube channel has had some comments that we're kind of mean-spirited. I understand that. I think people get brave when they're behind a computer and nobody can see what they actually say, because I think a lot of times people that say things on your channel wouldn't say those to you right to your face, because they're cowards. They really are cowards. But I'm just very fortunate that you guys are all so kind to me. You really are. And I so appreciate it. I really do. So, but go over to Kat's, give her some love, because she didn't deserve, her of all people, such a nice lady. Not that she's the only nice lady in the world, but she's very nice and always very loving to everybody. So how somebody would and I didn't take, when she was talking about it, well, I saw the video she was talking about, and I thought it was cute, because I thought, oh, you can tell they've been together a long time, because they can playfully tease with each other, and you can tell that they're not getting mad, that you know, like, there's, you know, like even husbands and wives or partners or whatever, you can kind of step over the line sometimes. But I in no way thought that she stepped over the line, and I think that they both handled it really well. So, but check out the video and give her some love. Give her some love, definitely. So, okay, I'm gonna get on with my day. I gotta do some laundry and follow up on a couple things with the bathroom. I'll just be so glad when it's done. I'm a little princess. I like my walk-in shower where there's like a little tiny little step that you just step into the shower. I don't like lifting this big old heavy leg over a tub. And then I'm always afraid that I'm going to slip. So I'm like really like going slow. And sign of an old woman. I bring my phone in the bathroom with me just in case I fall. But then I always have my clothes ready so that I can get dressed, because I told you about that one experience I had when I was 13 when I went to bed naked and I had a convulsion, and my mother called the fire department, and the whole fire department showed up, and I came out of my stupor to see all of these men standing around my bed looking at me completely naked. Just like, and at 13 things are happening that you don't want people to see. So it was just like, no. So if I ever fall, like even when I fainted that time, I was afterwards, I was a little upset with Jim, because I was so in a stupor. It was like, I know I scared the crap out of him when I fainted. And I know that I probably was out a little while, because I could hear him, like, you know, like you can hear somebody like down a hall, and I heard her going, Sandra! I kept hearing that. And then kind of in the back, I could still hear him hearing, no, my wife's on the floor. She's unconscious. I could hear that, but I was not really awake enough to hear it, you know, like to get up or to be aware. But then when I did wake up and I was like laying on the floor and I looked at it and I went, where the, and I used the F word because it's like, that's one of my choice words. But I went, what the am I doing on the floor? It's like I had no memory of it. I had no memory of it all. So he just sat me up there. And by the time I had come around, the fire department was there. And I only sleep with a t-shirt and my underwear. And Jim did not get my robe or cover me or anything. And I didn't realize until they helped me up and walked me back to my bed that here's this 70-year-old woman walking around in her underwear. Not a pretty sight. Not picture in your mind. Picture like not who was it? Sophia used to say on Golden Girls. Sandy's hallway. Picture in your mind. Although she said Sicily. Picture it in your mind. Picture in your mind Sandy, 70-year-old, saggy baggy waggy knees, being walked back to her bed in her underwear. Oh, I wouldn't wish that sight upon anybody. Okay. Now that I've left that thought fresh in your mind, I got to get going. Okay, time to eat. Gonna have some pancakes, some bacon, and bananas. Gonna have a hard-boiled egg and my tea. Today is Tuesday, March 22nd. My quote is, believe in yourself and the rest will fall in place. It's a 6-point breakfast, 4 points from a half a cup of Kodiak pancake mix, 1 point for a quarter cup of syrup, 1 point for 2 slices of bacon, and 0 for my tea, banana, and egg. And I had my apple earlier. 6 points. Okay, for dinner, I'm going to have a piece of chicken, some cottage cheese, some acorn squash and sweet potatoes, or yams, whatever you want to call it, and a tomato, and some iced tea. It is a 10-point dinner, 0 for my tomato, my cheese, no, what do I have cheese? Oh, it's supposed to be tea. I got cheese on my mind, ladies and gentlemen. Chicken, tomato, and tea, 0 points. Half a cup of acorn squash is 2 points. A half a cup of sweet potatoes or yams is 2 points. Half a cup of cottage cheese is 3 points. And a half a tablespoon of butter is 3. It's 10 points, so a 16-point day. Tonight, I probably will snack on some more grapes for 0 points. Well, before I close the video tonight, I did stop by the post office today, and I did get some mail. Yep, I make sure I didn't cover it. I did get some mail. I just unsliced it open, and now I got to try to get it out of the envelope without using my teeth, because you don't know nowadays with everything going on. Let's see if I can. Ta-da! Irish I may, Irish I might. How cute. Irish, your St. Patrick's Day is bright. Irish I may. Oh, now I got to say it right. Irish I may, Irish I might. Irish your St. Pat Day is bright. Thank you for being you. Nancy Who 52. Well, thank you, Nancy. That's so cute. I love that card. I'm going to have to share that with somebody. See if I can just get this other one out now. Oh, I forgot to show you the envelope. I'll cover it all up. Ta-da! Oh, look a pretty little flower. I can't wait till my flowers start popping up. I'm starting to clear off some of the dead foliage so that my perennials will start coming up. I started doing that yesterday when the weather was so nice. Sweet Sandy, happy March. Happy one day closer to me coming to visit you. Hugs, Sparkling Susan. Drive time only 3 hours and 11 minutes. That's about 3 hours longer than I'd want to drive, Susan. But no, I'm looking forward to seeing you. I really am. We'll have to go. We'll have to do the town. Do the town. It'll be so much fun. Anyway, that's going to do it for tonight. I am going to have some grapes in a little while here. I have this wart. Look at that. It's just driving me crazy. It just popped up overnight, and it just bothered me. I have these other ones over here that... These don't bother me, but this one, and look what finger it's on too. I can't just show you the separate finger because that might be rude, but it hurts. These hurt. These two don't hurt, but this one, it hurts. So I'm gonna have to make a dermatologist appointment to figure it out, because I think if you get the things at CVS, they just don't work as well. And then I got moles on my face, and I got to have this spot checked right here. I think it's just a liver spot. Or why do they call them liver spots? It's an old age spot, I know, but I'm going to have them check that while I'm there. Do a body search, but not too deep. Okay, that's going to do it for tonight. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, share if you think somebody might like to see it. As always, stay safe, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.